All right, you know that storytelling is really freaking impactful, right? You know now what stories are, how to capture them, but then how do you pick the right story for the aim, right? How do you pick the right stories for the presentation that you're about to give? That is what this is about. And let's just say that before we went through like very specific action steps, right? Like just do this, do this, do this. Where we're now is we are more in a place where your personal magical touch is going to be revealed, okay? There are certain lenses to look through, 3 to be specific. How many? Come on, this is an interactive course. How many? 3. 3 different lenses to look through when you pick the right story, and they all are important. So now this is your magical juice to add your personality, to add your mood, to add your aim to the whole building blocks, to the magic. So the first one that I would love to share with you, the lens to look through when to pick the right stories, is does this get to the aim that I want to reach? I know it's something we've never talked about. Is that important? Does this story achieve the goal that I want to get to? For example, just to give you some feels around this. Because it doesn't have to be that you set the aim and then you go through your story library and see the right story. Sometimes you think, you know what, this story is so powerful. I really want to tell this story because A, B, and C. You're going to learn more about the second part. It's very important as well, about what it reveals of you as a person, right? If you think, you know, this story is so powerful, I want to use it. You can also look through, I want to use this story, and how am I going to tie this back to the aim? Sometimes this is too forced and then you cannot use it. Sometimes it totally makes sense and then you have your amazing story in your keynote. So, 2 examples. The first one is when I just told you about my experience to America. We just saw that there's more than one teaching point that this story facilitates, and we did not even list them all. So when I want to use that story, which I think is a great story, then I just look, how am I going to make the bridge this time? How am I going to connect the story to the teach, to the integration? So I'm looking through the lens of, okay, I would love to use this story. Then another one. For example, I want to show you how amazing storytelling is, and I want to share some stories around it. Do you remember the fake banana? Come on, there's no way you forgot about the fake banana. If you haven't, you didn't watch the video and you're going into the wrong order. What are you doing? I don't know what this accent is, but it just pops up, okay? The fake banana story. That was a story specifically that when I went through my own story library and I typed in storytelling, that story popped up and I thought, this is perfect for here. That story will be harder to tell how to overcome roadblocks or other sort of things. It might be possible, but it's probably not the strongest story for in that moment. So the first lens to look through when you pick the right story is, does this actually get across what I want to get across?